In this video, we're going to talk about everything that we've learned that has caused the success of our YouTube channel.
I wanted to talk about how we have been learning since we started.
It's been a steep learning curve.
It's been a very steep learning curve.
Yeah.
We went from one background where we were pretty competent, and then we said, away with that, and let's do this now.
Away with you, file games.
What's it called? The economy or
the creator economy?
Creator economy.
Yeah.
I said economy. It's just economy.
The e-economy.
So the creator economy now, we're out here doing videos and podcasts, stuff like that. So we went from just standing in front of a camera and putting content out there.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, okay, so here's the feedback, here's the views we have and all that stuff, to where we're like, okay, we want to increase this. How do we increase this? And so we went to school.
Yeah, you had to study. First you study the people who are clearly doing it right.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the rough part about that is that you can bring up a Mr. Beast video and you can see, wow, he's got tens of millions of views, but you can't really recognize what it is that he's doing right until you go back and look at your own stuff and realize what you're doing wrong.
Like we first realized this with our thumbnail game.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first thing. And I know we keep harping at that when we first started.
It was the thumbnails first.
Yeah, because we've been doing straight content creation legitimately for about two months and a week.
Mm-hmm.
About, we haven't been doing this very long, but we fiddled in it and we dabbled in it about 4 months prior.
Yeah, and that's not to denigrate the thumbnails that you were making, because you were making some beautiful artistic thumbnails.
Yeah,
but they looked like they could hang up on the wall in a museum or an art gallery.
They were not delivering the message that the video is promising.
Yeah,
it just looked cool, and it just wasn't.
And one of the things that I recognized when we scroll through, you're on your phone and you're scrolling through YouTube videos, you don't give too much time to eat as you go by. You're not absorbing an artistic photograph as the thumbnail. You're scrolling by. You get a second and a half for each one until you decide which one you're going to actually click on.
Yeah,
and that was something that I didn't recognize about myself until somebody else pointed it out. That your thumbnail has to grab you in less than a second, because you only give less than a second as you're scrolling through. Scroll.
So yeah, so one of the first things we learned was a thumbnail game, where we has to deliver the message, has to be engaging, and it doesn't have to be too complicated, because you do just a second. The message has to be very clear.
The thumbnail for this video is going to have to be amazing to make this point. You have to throw me off this building and take a picture of it.
Don't write checks your butt can't write.
Don't write.
Now say it back.
Don't let your mouth write checks your body can't cash.
Dyslexia.
I'm not sure that's what
dyslexia
is.
Make like a tree and
get out of here.
Get out of here.
It's leave. It's make like a tree and leave. You sound like a fool when you say it wrong.
So the first thing we started doing was working on our thumbnails.
Mm-hmm.
But then we realized, okay, we're getting there with thumbnails, but the videos are still getting dropped off at a certain point. So now we're getting people.
Mm-hmm.
They're clicking the video and they play and it drops.
Yep.
Because we learned, secondly, that, okay, I'll say this. I hate YouTube videos where the guy talks for 5 minutes about himself. Like, subscribe, follow me this, buy this shirt, buy this merch.
You get angrier about that than the average person. And I think that's a good thing for us, because the average person would have that response at a certain point. For you, it's almost immediate. When they're like, oh, welcome to the channel. Hey, guys, like and subscribe. Thanks to our sponsor. And then you're gone. You're out. You're out. You're out.
I clicked a thumbnail. I wanted that content. I didn't want your diatribe of your life and your bio before the content I clicked on.
And the one that sticks out in my mind, we were in your driveway. We were working on my brakes on my Suburban.
Right.
You remember that? And I was like, I don't know how to I don't know how to remove this one thing. And you said, oh, I bet YouTube knows. And I fired up YouTube, and it was like, well, welcome to Jim's Garage in Atlanta, Georgia. And if you go to Jim's Garage and use this discount code, you were like, turn that off. Turn it off now.
I don't care what he's got to say.
We found another video where it was like, in this video, I'm going to show you how to remove this part. First, you need this tool and this tool. Let's get to it. And you were like, that's the guy. That's the guy.
And simple. I mean, the KISS, keep it simple, student. I change that, because when I became a general instructor, it wasn't keep it simple, stupid. It was keep it simple, student.
Keep it simple, student.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm
the
with
KISS
it.
method.
I'm with that.
So YouTube video, unless you're subscribing or watching a personality, you know, an entertainer, a personality. So then, if they're promoting themselves, that's their personality.
What it sounds like you're telling me is that what's the British guy that you watch?
Dan TDM?
No.
Oh, wait,
The one that was married to Katy Perry. He says he only.
No idea.
You have no idea.
I have no idea.
Oh, it's the one who says, "Oh, hello, thank you, all you 5.5 awakening wonders."
Oh, Russell Brand.
Russell Brand, Sir Russell Brand. I think so. Yeah.
Russell Brand's a
Engineer, can you Google whether or not Russell Brand was knighted, please?
Go ahead, Greg. Engineer's names are always Greg.
That's so random. Is Joe Rogan's engineer called Greg?
No, he's James, but my engineer is always Greg.
Greg?
Greg, hurry up.
Your name's not Greg, and that's okay.
What's the question?
Is Russell Brand knighted?
Can't be.
We're going to get an answer on
Can't
this
be.
one.
Can't be.
But so he can get away with a little bit more because he's funny for the first 2 or 3 minutes before he gets into the meat.
But he
and
gets
potatoes.
into it quickly, though.
He does, but he still he comes out. He doesn't come out the gate. In this video, I'm going to talk about this, and this is what he doesn't come out with the promise and start delivering. He comes out with some jokes every single time. He tells us his subscriber count. Hello, you 3.7 million awakening wonders. Every time he updates it every time. That's what he leads with.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
Though.
Though. He's a personality, and I have no problem watching that because he's a personality I watch.
I say we should speak that into existence. Hello, you 500,000 awakening wonders.
500,000 Cheeto finger eating. That's the normal crowd.
That's very specific.
Well, I'm just thinking dudes sitting on the couch, licking their finger, Cheeto dust off their fingers.
Very specific. Yes.
What do you think, Greg? Russell Brand?
Wait.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, he's
Where'd
British.
you get this kid from? Art school?
No, is he knighted by the Queen? Is he Sir Russell Brand, like Sir Patrick Stewart or Sir Elton John? We're still going to get an answer on this. I believe in you.
I do too. I hope so. Need to find another Greg.
There's no one answering it. I don't know what you're trying to get at.
Less talky, more typey.
We'll get an answer on this. Don't worry.
Is Russell Brand knighted by the Queen? The Russell Brand Wikipedia, that's what I see.
Is he knighted by the Queen?
Does it say Sir Russell Brand?
No. It's just
So I'm going to go no on this one.
I mean, that took a lot of effort, a lot of energy
No,
just to say.
he's fine. He's doing it.
Good job, Greg.
Well done, Greg. I'll let you throw water balloons at him later.
So one of our other lessons we learned was to make the promise at the beginning of the video. We learned that from Mr. Beast specifically. In this video, I'm going to do this, and he doesn't.
Yeah. Well, it was Mr. Beast having a conversation with one of the engineers who helped write the YouTube algorithm.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. That's right.
So what was happening was that the thumbnails were bringing people in, and then audience retention would drop off very quickly. And part of it was the fact we used to lead with a sponsor.
Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Check out this.
You know, we're sponsored by such and such. Thank you to them for doing this and this and this.
Hey, welcome to the channel. Blah 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 blah. And then we get to the point. People ain't got time. This is a short attention span media.
Yeah, people got time. They don't have the attention span.
That's it.
And that's
I think people ain't got time.
that's okay. And that's okay. I also don't have the attention span. You have demonstrated you don't have the attention span. If somebody leads with "thank you to whoever," you're done. You're out.
Well, it's right. They might have great content behind that, but I'll never get to it because I'm like, oh man, I don't want to hear
You
about
have the secret to being a billionaire, but they thank somebody first, and you're out.
I clicked your thumbnail because it says how to change brakes on a Suburban.
Yep.
Okay, so I click on it and I'm like, cool, let's get right to it because I'm sitting here with a wrench in my hand and grease on my fingers and clueless. But he wants to talk about his
he was sponsored by Dollar Shave Club or something like that.
oh, by the way, I'm so and so and I have this many subscribers. Could you please subscribe to this?
Speaking of which, like and subscribe. Thank you.
Oh, cheap. But then I'm like, okay, I'm standing here with tools in my hand. Let's get to it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, blah, 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 blah. I got this other channel here where I work on Honda Elements. Dude, look at me. I'm standing here with brakes in my hand. And then you finally get to it.
Oh,
and so that drives me crazy. So that was the second thing we started changing. And if you watch our channel, the very first videos we made to the most current one, we're slowly building to where we're getting a rhythm. We used to also do it where you would talk and it would be just one shot, continuous. And now we've started zooming in and to keep attention.
Yeah, doing some
Right.
trickeration shots, a little back and forth, and
so
there are things that keep people's attention that they don't even recognize that it's happening.
right.
You know, and the analytics show it because the audience retention shot through the roof when we started doing some of those things.
It went from 15 likes, friends and family and some coworkers liking our videos, to where we changed up and said, okay, this is how we're going to this is how we are going to give value to people. And so we're giving value, but let's get their attention so they realize they're getting value. And then we started doing the tricks, the thumbnail first, the description second, keywords. You started putting chapters in. We started making a promise at the beginning of the video and following through with that promise.
We failed to give that promise at the beginning of this video.
Well, that's what editing's for, right, Greg?
Greg, you can edit that in?
Sure.
Greg's going to edit it in.
So what's our promise?
In this video, we're going to talk about everything that we've learned that has caused the success of our YouTube channel. I have to now. I have to.
It's your thing.
It's like I started doing that.
Welcome everybody to
instinctively, and now, like people pointing out to me, I get negative comments. You didn't do the arm thing.
Here you go.
It was a learning curve.
Yes.
But if people are willing to stick with it, a lot of times people they make a few videos and then they click on one of the auto-generated thumbnails and they send it out there into the interwebs and they don't get the views and they give up.
I've done it 3 times now. This is my fourth legit. This is my most. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. This is my most legitimate try. But as a hobby, I've tried 3 times before, and I didn't get what I wanted. I was like, oh, nobody's liking, nobody's sharing, so I quit. And now it's kind of like resurrecting all those old channels, like a necromancer.
Well, 'cause
Rise, my children. I got this new style of YouTubing here.
You went straight to necromancy, like
Well, yeah, it was, crazy.
Here's how to build a business. Necromancy.
The labor cost is pretty low.
Wow.
Yeah.
First of all,
There's
I know
no unions for the
there's
undead.
going to be zombie rights activists.
Oh my
We're
God.
going to get picket signs.
Yeah, there is
It's
a zombie
going to
rights
happen.
activist.
It's going to
I don't know.
happen.
When a zombie rights activist comes to me and says that zombies have rights too, I am quitting this world.
I am
going to Mars with Elon Musk and I'm starting over again.
We have clearly jumped the shark. It's time to end the video. Like and subscribe. Thank you for being here with us. Rise and shine, heroes. Your world needs you.
Yeah.